Welcome to the Game of Risk, everyone. I'm your host, OliveXC, a top player at this game, back at you with some classic fixed. Blizzard's on, Portal's stable, bots neutral, with the players as shown here. This is a recording of a game I've done about a month ago, and you can see in my first turn, I'm in a horrible spot. My 4 right here is going to be eliminated by blue, most likely, for them to get the continent. And I had to figure out how to overcome this. I decided to place the majority of my troops up above here in a non-confrontational way, and hoping that I can get the Europe continent right here. And then this way, I'm hoping that I can ally with green. Maybe they can then look to go, I don't know, somewhere else, because I think they have their own problems with yellow attacking them. But this is overall not the best start for me. And just so people understand why I'm doing a voiceover rather than playing this live, unfortunately my audio for all the recordings I did on that day about a month ago, they got kind of corrupted. But this game was so amazing for you. Like when you guys see what happens to me on the first turn, you're going to wonder why the heck am I even uploading this game, because it looks almost irrecoverable. So when I look at the other players in this initial turn and I'm trying to see what they're going to do, it's clear that yellow wants to be going for the Africa continent. Pink, I'm already noticing, is a weak player because they attacked the green player really hard right here in order to get into their portal. So this really didn't make like a lot of sense. Green is doing a really smart thing getting out of the yellow player's way, making me believe that they could potentially be a stronger player. Orange, like by not moving out of the way, is going to be losing their 5, which will be hurting their game a lot. But this is where the craziness happens. I told you in the title something big was going to happen, and we can see it right here. Blue hits me out. This is a very fine and fair move, but then the blue player smacks my 7. Like, what the heck? There was no reason for them to have been doing that at all. When this happened, my immediate thought was I was getting sniped by somebody because there was no strategic purpose. Like seriously, guys, like let me know in the comments, was there any strategic reason for the blue player to be hitting me in this portal spot? I was not threatening their Australia in any given way. I wasn't attacking them in any a given way. I weakened my troops so they could take the continent. I tried allying with them immediately. There was no reason for them to be hitting me at all. But you can see I was down to 11 troops heading into the second round of cards. I am really worried right now. My priority is just try to survive. I get out of Europe because as a weaker player, you can't hold the continent. And given that blue seems to be targeting me a lot with a lot of their troops right here, I can't be getting a strong continent. I prioritize removing blue from this pocket right here. I know their portal is connected to me here, but I'm hoping that instead of them targeting me, they're just a weaker player. And I just focus on trying to be as least confrontational to the other players as possible, trying to maintain strong alliances with the other players, hopefully getting a strong trade in on 3 or hopefully 4, given I'm second in the turn order, getting that trade in and then just looking to survive. This is just an atrocious start for me. And the fact that blue is just leaving this 8 ominously that could be attacking my 5 at any given time. Look at them. They basically didn't get punished at all because they only lost 2 troops attacking my 7. It's really dangerous to be making those attacks because, yes, the blue player got extremely lucky, but if they lost that roll, not only would my game be extremely weak, but their game would also be extremely weak. Because right now they're barely holding their Australia continent with a 5 troop guarding it. The orange player could easily go in and take them out, and then the blue player would have nothing going for them at all. So I was just so incredulously confused and very anxious at this time. And I was just trying to think, how can I come back and potentially win from this? I do notice right away that the orange player tries making an alliance with me when there was no reason for them to be doing so. Especially given that they're one of the strongest players of this board and they're playing rather competently. They were moving their troops out of Africa, so that way the yellow player can take and secure their continent, shows that they kind of know what they're doing. So if I can get into the late game, I may be able to work with the orange player to advance the game, and even if I can't outright win it, because again, I'm really, really weak right now, I can at least try to advance it. And at this point, I'm heartbroken. The yellow player could potentially try to eliminate me if they wanted to, but thankfully, they don't do it. I have the set on 3. I trade in right away, and I just put everything I have down into South America. And guys, I was like so pumped when I saw the orange player attacking that blue player like that. Like, their first move was so bad. All they had to do was defend their territory really hard, put all the troops down there, take me out of there. It's fine to hit that if you want to, but then just put everything on China and you have access to 2 portals to attack around the map. It was just such a simple move, and yet the player was not doing it at all, which was just very, very surprising. Even with me turning in my set, I'm really worried because now the pink player is making all of these unnecessary attacks right now, but they're lacking a clear direction and strategy about what they want to do. They clearly can't go for the Asia continent. The orange player won't allow them. They can easily go onto the China region right here. And now the green player is clearly looking to go into Europe. And we can see right here, the blue player didn't even take a card one turn because they're just lacking an overall strategy. This is making me believe that they aren't necessarily like sniping or targeting me. They're just a bad player who is attacking haphazardly, and I happen to be in their way. I'm still annoyed with them though, because if someone's attacking haphazardly, they can't attack haphazardly again into me. So if it's possible, I want to remove them from the game as quickly as I can, because I'm identifying that the orange player is a really good player that just wants to play an aggressive Australian game. I can tell because they aggressively took it from the blue player. The yellow player just wants to turtle and hold on to Africa as long as possible. The green player just wants to take and hold Europe, playing just like a general game. And the pink player is also a weak player at this time, and they just want to attack haphazardly in their corner of the map. At this time, I'm down to just 1 territory left. Thankfully, it's a lot of troops. The orange player is asking me to attack pink a bit. I am doing so, but again, there's nothing I can do. I'm on 23 troops. Look at the yellow player at 42 troops right now, owning a continent with well-defended borders. The one thing going in my way is that the orange player is actually defending me and actually moved blue out of the way and gave me some hearts. They are my buddy, my pal right now, and they are saving my booty so hard. No one has ever saved my butt as hard as the orange player did before. And now I can potentially just take out the remaining position right here. It's clear the pink player, while they're generally a weaker player because they lack strategy, they do understand when other players want to get alliances. So I'm going to wait for the remaining players to go. I'm really hoping that green just takes their continent and they smack the blue player. If they do that, the blue player will be almost completely gone at this time, and then I may be able to eliminate them. But the blue player has this set on 3, the big set too. If they place everything down in the 12, they could potentially even eliminate me. But no, if they were truly targeting me, they would have placed everything on the 12, attacked the 22 and the 1, even if it didn't make sense. Then that truly would be harassment at that time, and I think that would be a fair report. In this case, this is just a bad beginner player, and I just happen to get in their way. But regardless of what is going on right here, I need to try to find a way to win. So I am prioritizing just attacking a little bit, and I'm trying to take the continent. And I'm leaving everything down onto the portal. It is unfortunately being a little bit confrontational towards the blue player because I'm going into their portal like a little bit. I feel like a lot of beginner players don't really understand how portals work. It's one reason why I like to play on these settings, because it makes every game very dynamic, along with like the blizzards, increasing the skill ceiling for the overall game. I'm hoping that by not appearing threatening at all to the blue player, even if they take North America, if I can just continue to get some card trade-ins and just continue to trade off territories within the Asia region, I'll be able to stay alive. But I'm really scared right now. And then I just don't know what I'm going to be able to do. Like, if the green player wanted to, they could have immediately eliminated me from the game because their portal is right here. The yellow player at any time could do like a trade-in and just eliminate me from the game because they have so many troops. And I know that if I decide to attack the blue player right now into their portal, that they just might decide to be attacking me instead. Like, one, because it would be fair because I'm hitting them, but they may not understand the overall balance of the game and like how it works. So I correctly right here identify that I need to card skip. Even if I'm at 3 cards, I'm at 30 troops right now, so it's not worth it to be eliminating me like from the game, unless people want to be doing it from a pure balance perspective, just in order to advance the game. The yellow player, if they chose to move their troops onto North Africa, they would be able to eliminate me. The green player could also do it, but since they are only on 42 troops and they probably lose around 20 troops attacking me, they would lose a net troops as a result. So it was right for them not to be attacking me, and they instead attacked the blue player, because otherwise blue would have held their continent. So now the blue player should not be focusing on me. They should be focusing on the green player who's antagonizing them, preventing them from holding their bonus. And that's good because they're not going to be focusing on me. I am so weak right now. I'm the weakest player on this board, behind by 10 troops from the beginning. The strongest player on the board is far away from me. My mortal enemy is right next to me with antagonistic portals. My greatest ally is far away from me, unable to assist me anymore. This is so dark right now, you guys, and I just don't know how I can potentially come back from this. As of right now, all I can do is continue trying to get like a 1 card per turn, because if I don't get 1 trade-in, if I just have all of these cards in my hand, it's just gonna be so dangerous. So I decide like I have to do something, because I just can't allow the board and allow blue to become strong, right? I didn't decide to attack here because if the blue player was correctly holding their borders, they would get very strong, and they would choose to eliminate me from the game. So that's really scary. So I'm showing the board that, hey, let's try to gang up on like the blue player. So unfortunately, orange is not reciprocated by attacking blue, but they don't have to, right? They already have the Australia play. They have a green player that's right next to them that could want to potentially take Australia. So even though they're my ally, what they're doing is a fair move right here, just keeping their borders strong. But when we look at the pink player, are they going to be attacking blue? And yes they are! My move, breaking them from the portal right there, was good. Blue player, you are my mortal enemy right now. I have no idea why you were attacking me or being antagonistic. One thing that I do, that I admit, that is not the best, is that I always play with my verified symbol on using my approved color and logo. But I'm proud of it. I worked hard to get the verified mark. It's a very prestigious thing that not a lot of players can get. So I play with it, even if it's sometimes I may get attacked like a little bit and like maybe lose a couple more games. At the end of the day, I try to do well in tournaments. I don't care if my my ladder rank goes down like a little bit more. But the blue player wants a card, and they don't realize that their 5 can just be attacking outwards like this. And now the blue player attacks me right here. I'm down to 28 troops. I have almost no place to get a card. And the blue player has been a thorn in my side the entire game, you guys. I'm so mad at them. And I decide, you know what? Frick it. I decide I have to take the blue player out right here and now, and I smack them down with amazing rolls, getting 4 cards, getting a big trade in, and I immediately go back. I am at 40 troops right now and 3 cards. The yellow player can still potentially eliminate me from the game, but they've been very passive the whole time, and their most powerful stack, 37, is placed in a defensive force away from me. Whatever the blue player was, a bad novice player, a sniper player, I don't care what they are. They're gone from the game, and I can just focus on getting additional troops, stabilizing my position, trying to keep my troop count up higher. If the board enters a state of stability, and it's on to the yellow player to advance the game, I'm hoping that they may eventually decide to attack someone else. Green, on their turn, should be taking over the Europe continent at this time because the board is entering that point of stability. It's just a mistake for them not to. But the yellow player, and I'm just shocked when I see this, they decide to eliminate green. It's like, why? And I guess because the yellow player was an ally of mine, and they guess they weren't allied with green, they decided to eliminate them. And guys, look at this. Everybody has the same number of troops. I'm just in utter shock right now. So now we've made it to the 4-player situation. We are in a spot where yellow is in the strongest spot with the biggest continent. The orange player has blocked off their Australia region, but they proved to be a competent player and an ally with me in the beginning. The pink player continues to lack strategy and is positioned all over the map. Ideally, if this was a high-level game, what I would hope to happen is all the players are working together to eliminate pink from the game. I'm trading in here because I don't want people potentially thinking they can take me out. And what I'm trying to do right now is opening up the orange player because I want them to be attacking the yellow player. Right now they have very easy borders. You can easily attack through this way. But if I keep their army open like this, and yellow decides to barricade themselves in Turtle in Africa, I think if there was potential constrained aggression from both orange and me, we may be able to advance the game. At this point, orange is the strongest player in the game, along with me, and the only chance I have to come back from this a situation is to really utilize the alliance with orange, given that pink is just a weaker player attacking haphazardly, and yellow's desire is only to turtle around the map. At this time, though, as we continue to keep on trading cards, the game is staying within balance with each other. So since we're going to be doing this card trading, I'm just going to be waiting for a moment where I can work with either the orange player or the yellow player to attack someone else. You can see right here I'm asking them to attack pink. If people can be attacking the pink player, we may be able to do something. And we can see orange is constantly utilizing the alliance feature with me. It's a really, really strong way for us to be improving our overall communication. And now we can see the orange players using very advanced alliance communication technique, asking me to attack the players. And we can see orange and I are going back and forth. They're asking me to attack pink, attack yellow, and it looks like orange wants me to attack the yellow player. So I decided to attack 3 territories because I don't want to break their continent, because again, yellow's 52 is positioned right at me. So I decided to show aggression without having the yellow player freak out at me. So this is brilliant right here. While I'd prefer to be going after the pink player, I can understand orange's reasoning, right? Because the yellow player is a stronger player than the pink player. If it's just red, orange, and pink in the end, we can easily take out the pink player because they're going to have no idea what to do with 2 players with constrained aggression. Yellow has shown some competency to taking, holding, and guarding continents, and has shown a propensity to make large attacks on another player if needed, and have a higher increased chance of suiciding onto another player. Given this, I am quite understanding of Orange's position of making an attack. So what I decide to do right here on my turn is I am going in, I am opening up the Orange player, and now I'm going to start rolling down the Yellow player, and look at these rolls. Okay, so that one wasn't very good, but that one's good. I'm +2 in rolls. Now I'm +4 in rolls. Now I'm +6 in rolls. Like, I basically only lost 2 troops right there, plus these 2 troops right here when the Orange player decides to attack me. And oof, the Orange player ended up losing 12 on the attack. But I did do a good job of taking away half of the Yellow player's army right here, and the Orange player has a lot of more additional troops than me because, again, they weren't attacked by the evil Blue player when the game was first starting. The Pink player this time is continuing to make these haphazard attacks, like trying to remove me. But again, because I'm in a portal spot and all these portals are available, I am doing fine right now. I'm actually second in troops along with the Orange player, and we're in a mutually beneficial alliance. So I'm communicating with Orange, saying to keep on attacking Yellow, and I am more than fine with this. I decide to just take away all of Yellow's positions right here around the board, and the Orange player is now smacking their continent. Again, it's a little bit more dangerous for me to be breaking Yellow directly because we share like these borders. But at this point though, I think Yellow probably realizes that this alliance is more of a facade, and I'm truly allied with the Orange player instead at this time. But this is a weakness of a lot of beginner players. All they want to do is take and hold their continent and wait for everyone else to suicide into each other, giving themselves the victory. But when players are doing advanced aggression and moves towards you, it can be very challenging to deal with it. So at this time, I'm continuing to communicate with Orange, right? And now look right here. Orange is asking me to attack Pink. They want me to attack the Pink player, so I'm just confirming this over and over again with them. And there's like, okay, Orange, you want me to attack Pink? I will attack the Pink player. The Orange player is owning the show right now. Whatever they want me to do, I will do it. They are basically the dominant player right now, and I'm just basically like their sub player and doing whatever they ask me to do. And guys, do not take that wrongly. But like literally, I want to do anything that the Orange player is asking of me at this time. If they want me to attack Pink, I will attack Pink. If they want me to attack Yellow, I will attack Yellow. Whatever they want, I will do. So I'm just asking them again, attack Pink, attack Yellow, which one, Orange? And then Orange tells me to attack the Yellow player. And I'm like, whatever, man, I will do whatever you tell me to do. So I'm just confirming it. And here they says to attack Yellow, and I proceed to attack Yellow, breaking every part of their continent right here, and then going back. At this point, I know that I have nothing to lose, so I'm just going all in on helping out the Orange player, attacking all over the map. And now the Orange player, given that they have the extra troops right here, are throwing their additional troops into the Yellow player. If at any time the Orange player and I get onto equal troops, I will put equal troops into the Yellow player, maintaining that equal alliance. That initial early game loss I had is finally being fixed because I have a strong alliance partner at this time, and I'm continuing to be making constrained aggression, enough where I'm not sacrificing and losing too many troops, but where the Orange player feels very comfortable working with me. So I'm going to continue asking them over and over and over again. Whatever they want me to do, I will do it. So orange tells me to attack yellow. Gosh darn it, sir, you're one of the greatest partners I've ever had in the game of Risk Global Domination, and I will work with you. At this point, though, I don't know what yellow can do. They are just in an awful, awful spot. And it looks like yellow is just pissed off at orange, and now they're trying to roll them down. And they're using a single dice. They actually won 2 single dices in a row. So a lot of newer players don't know how to use the manual dice. And now you can see the yellow player is just losing a tremendous number of troops. And this is, now the orange player very briefly was at a nice number. But the yellow player keeps making these attacks all the way till the end of their turn. And now I'm confirming with who they want to attack with, yellow or pink. And it looks like orange wants me to attack pink. And I'm like, okay, bro, you want me to attack pink? I'll do whatever you ask of me. So I attack the pink player and take away all of their territories. I don't care. I'm doing whatever they ask me to do. And the orange player takes out yellow. So this is incredible at this time. I now have 90 troops, and the orange player has 70 troops. At this point, the orange player has proven to be the greatest ally ever to me, and I would work with them. And no way! Guys, no way! The orange player just attacked pink, and they just gave me the game. No way, after getting attacked so hard by blue and being so weak the whole game. I took out my nemesis, the blue player. The yellow player decided to eliminate the green player, and then I had the most epic alliance of all time with the orange player to take out yellow. And I guess they just really liked the way that I was playing this game and respected what I was doing and realized that I had just had a slight edge on them, and they just decided to go for the second place. So orange, I will absolutely give you the second place right here, my good sir. But guys, this game was a masterpiece. One of the greatest games that I have ever played, and I just could not believe I ended up winning this game. Like, holy cow, I was so pumped when this happened live, and this is why I decided to re-record this game for all of you. And guys, if you're enjoying this content, please consider subscribing and follow me on Twitch. This is OliveXC signing off.